So this is a pitch deck. A founder that I know spent nearly $5,000 on a top-tier design agency to get this made. He spent over 6 weeks perfecting every single slide, every icon, every single word. And then he sent it to 151 investors. What was the result? Well, 100 plus rejections, 40 plus ghosted him, and towards the end, it made him die a little bit on the inside. And yet, every accelerator, every guru, every VC on Twitter will tell you the same thing with respect to fundraising. Nail your pitch deck. Your story is everything. But here's the uncomfortable truth that the fundraising industrial complex will not tell you. That deck that you've been obsessing about, well, 98% of investors will skim it in less than 30 seconds before they close the tab. And yet, most founders think that the problem is their pitch deck. Maybe the font is wrong. Maybe the TAM slide is confusing. Maybe the mission statement isn't punchy enough. They iterate over and over and over again, endlessly, dying a little inside with every new version. But the problem isn't your pitch deck. The problem is your pitch deck. Hi there and welcome to Americanomics. I'm your host Akash Bhatt and I'm extremely thrilled to share that we are now part of the 01 network by Zerodha. The data backs this up. According to DocSend, the average investor spends just 3 minutes and 44 seconds reviewing a pitch deck after they've opened it. Industry-wide, 99% of your pitch decks that go out fail to secure funding. Only 1 out of 400 companies that try to raise a seed round will actually succeed. So if you're spending weeks of your life spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a format that's systematically broken, what are you supposed to do? Well, the answer isn't a better pitch deck, isn't a beautiful looking document. It's completely different. And what I'm about to share with you today is not only going to change the way you raise money, it will also change the way how you run your entire company. Well, the first threat of a pitch deck is pretty obvious. It's both a financial and a time wastage. That $5,000 the founder I mentioned about, which he spent on a pitch deck, well, now not only is that completely gone, is just the entry fee to this broken game. The second, and perhaps the most important one, is the time and opportunity cost. Every hour that you end up debating whether the design of a slide is right or whether this is going to look even more prettier in some way, shape, or form for your investor is time wasted that can be spent on speaking to the customer or shipping a new feature. You think you're being productive, but in reality, you're just polishing a lottery ticket. While you're playing defense with design, you should actually be playing offense with distribution. While you're making pretty pictures, another founder in your same space is actually making significant progress on the product. But the third and the most lethal threat that no one talks about is strategic credibility. A pitch deck is a sales document, if you ask me. It's designed to be both flashy, superficial, and mostly just overly optimistic. It signals that you know how to use Canva and Figma. It does not really signal that you know how to build a billion-dollar business. VCs out there see hundreds and hundreds of pitch decks every month. They are masters when it comes to pattern matching, and they have become numb to slick designs and visionary statements. Your deck looks just like what 50 others that they have seen either during that day or just within the previous few hours. It ends up commoditizing you. When an investor sees another deck, they try and see a founder who has chosen style over substance. It subconsciously tells them that they have done the deep work, rigorous thinking that is required to raise millions of dollars of capital. Now, this is where the top 1% of the founders play. They play a completely different game. This isn't a theory. This is a cheat code used by the best of the best founders all around the world. Take, for example, Parker Conrad, the founder of Rippling. They raised $45 million Series A from Kleiner Perkins by simply sending a meticulously written 11-page memo. No deck, no fancy design, just pure, unadulterated strategic thinking written in words. The founders of Mistral AI, a new European rival to OpenAI, raised a staggering $113 million in seed round just in 4 weeks. But what was the tool that they used to raise all that capital? Well, a 7-page memo. So why does this work? Well, it's fairly simple. It flips the script. This approach requires something that most founders aren't willing to do. It's the hard work of actually thinking. The memo forces you to replace bullet points with paragraphs, graphics with arguments, and vision with pure business logic. And here's the kicker. A study of top VC firms revealed that 78% of them require their own internal teams to write an investment memo before they even propose a deal to the partner meeting. And by writing a memo for them, you're literally doing 95% of their job. You're not just pitching to them, you're giving them a tool that can eventually become a way for them to pitch to their partners. You're making it super easy for them to bat for you. And I know what you're thinking at this point of time. Well, all of this sounds great, Akash, but I'm not Parker Conrad. What does a fundraising memo even look like? Where do I even start? Well, you've come to the right place. This is where we're going to turn theory into action. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact 10 components of a world-class fundraising memo. To make this even more concrete, we're going to use a simple fake company, Wagger, Uber for dog walkers. This is super simple and easy to understand. So buckle up, because we're going to get ready to do this together. Okay, first up, we're going to write the executive summary. This is one paragraph, 2 to 3 lines at best. The entire business should be on a postcard. For our sample company, Wagger, it's going to be something like this. Wagger is a marketplace connecting vetted, insured dog walkers with busy urban professionals via an on-demand mobile app. We are raising $1.5 million seed round to capture Tier 1 cities, that is Boston, LA, New York, Miami, and San Francisco markets where pet service spending grew 25% year over year. Simple. That's it. Second, we're going to talk about the problem. This is basically your opportunity to go deep on the pain point and highlight what you understand best about the problem and why it is so annoying that you can't wait to solve it. So don't just say it's hard to find dog walkers. You would start by saying something like, for the 65 million US households with dogs, finding a trusted, available walker is a high anxiety, low reliability process involving Craigslist-era class fields, unvetted neighborhood kids, and inconsistent kennel services. And then you would start listing all the unique insights you have about the problem, which you've gathered from either personal experience, market research, and potential customer surveys and interviews. You see how it already is starting to look much different than a pitch deck? Well, that's the point of all of this. Third, let's talk about the solution. This is your elegant answer. Wagger provides a seamless 3-tap solution where you can browse walkers by rating and proximity, book and pay in app, and receive a GPS-tracked route map and photo summary upon walk completion, turning anxiety into peace of mind. Now, this is the starting point of how your product will solve the problem. However, to make this even more compelling, you can start to list how your platform or application will solve and focus on user onboarding, proprietary AI models and algorithms that could basically understand and do better matching and handle customer experiences. And if you have any secret sauce that sets your technology apart from existing players, you could highlight that. For example, it could be something like, while competitors focus on scheduling, we focus on verification with 7-point background checks, walker training modules, and dual rating systems. It's already starting to look very, very different and compelling, isn't it? Okay, next up, we're going to talk about why now. This is a section where we're going to talk about why and what's changed in the world for this to become the perfect moment for your company to exist. For instance, for Wagger, we'll write something like the confluence of post-pandemic pet adoption rates hitting an all-time high with mass return office mandates and consumer comfort with on-demand services has created the perfect storm for a market leader in the tech-enabled pet care to emerge. Additionally, we could also go into further details of 2 or 3 personas of customers who will be the perfect users of our product. For instance, one of that could be a DINK household or double income no kids with 2 busy working professionals. Another one could highlight a single parent or singles with dogs. And the third could be a regular family household where one or both the partners travel regularly for work. Now, you're really beginning to set the stage for the different kinds of users and potentially creating a great segue for the market sizing section. So fifth, as you probably already guessed, is the market size. TAM, SAM, SOM. But explain your logic. The US pet services market, the TAM, is $12 billion. The on-demand portion, which is the SAM, is projected at $4 billion by 2028. And we are initially targeting 5% market share in Tier 1 cities, which represents your SOM at $30 million from a revenue opportunity perspective. We don't need to spend too much time here, especially at the pre-seed stage, because most of it is meant to showcase a big opportunity without really trying too hard. Hey, thanks for watching. This is the end of part 1. we have a part 2 where we'll talk about the rest of the strategies that go into writing the memo. So make sure you tune in for that one as well. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel.